Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am a little early today. Early is good, right, Alana? I love it. I love it. I'm going to give it another minute or two. Blah, 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 blah. That's how I feel today. It's really rainy here in Pennsylvania, and it's one of those mornings where it's just like slow moving. Oh, it's raining in Florida too. So you get it. We're like same wavelength here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait another minute or two, and we are back in my kitchen. So I'm going to show you guys today, we're going to walk through some must-haves, some healthy fat must-haves, okay? Minimal is best. So we're going to walk through that. So give me one hot minute, and then we will be back. Okay, awesome. We can probably get started. Let me move some things over here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, you love my Christmas countdown? I think I'm a day off now because we changed it yesterday. I think we have 15 days, not 16. That's so close. That's actually the job of my kids, Alana. They're supposed to change that every day and they forget. So, but welcome guys, welcome back to my kitchen for another Wellness Wednesday. What I want to show you is the must-haves for healthy fats. Okay, oftentimes when you look in someone's pantry, you will find so many different cooking oils and fats and even condiments. Have you ever looked in somebody else's fridge and you're like, whoa, that's a lot of condiments? And a lot of them have additives. They're highly inflammatory because they contain something called seed oils, which those are highly processed. That's a big reason we want to stay away from soybean oil, safflower, sunflower, corn oil. They are highly inflammatory and highly processed. So they have a higher level of something called omega-6, where when there is a disproportion, omega-6 is important. Let me clarify that. But when there's a disproportionate amount of omega-6 versus omega-3 in the body, instead of being like this, where the inflammation's under control, we actually see a rise in inflammation, okay? So the more we can be mindful of what those oils are and get them out of our items, condiments included, potato chips, there's a lot of really good brands out there now that are cooking things in avocado oil, coconut oil. We wanna make sure that we're sticking to the healthy fats that are gonna fuel our body, fuel proper fat metabolism so that you can have healthy hormone production and a healthy metabolism too. So I'm going to come up into my pantry here. I used to live in Europe, guys, so keep in mind that I don't keep too much in my pantry because I do like to go to the store. That was kind of ingrained in me for 10 years that you just go to the store every day. So that is, we are limited here, but I want to show you the oils that I always keep on hand, okay? So I'm going to bring some of these down and we'll go through them one by one. Okay. First, I'm going to start with grass-fed butter, okay? I always have grass-fed butter in the house. It is wonderful. It has something called CLA in it. So great for the gut, okay? Those are fatty acids, really important, okay? When a cow is able to graze, they produce a lot better nutrients for the human body than when they're just eating grain, okay? So you want to be mindful of that. I did a Wellness Wednesday on grass-fed over conventional. So if you want to go back and look at that Wellness Wednesday, a lot of good information in there. So number one, grass-fed butter, okay? In the fridge, also, have you ever tried to put hard butter on toast? Ain't doing that. So I keep some out. Next, and I'm almost out of this, I have grass-fed ghee. Now, for those of you who are a little bit lactose intolerant or have a lactose allergy, you can tolerate this because the milk fat is removed. This is just clarified butter, okay? So it can also withstand a higher heat point when you're cooking with it, okay? So if you cook with butter, you have to be mindful of the smoke point of butter because it will brown very quickly. But when you're using ghee, you can saute at a higher heat, okay? So really good. Milk fat's removed. It is, of course, keto-friendly, gluten-free. I love this brand, this Carrington brand, okay? So ghee, another amazing additive, tastes amazing. Another amazing healthy cooking oil. I'm just winning today, guys, winning. Okay. MCT oil, okay? So this is organic MCT oil. I do not cook with this, okay? So I mix this into smoothies. I mix this into coffee, yogurts. You can even mix it into salad dressing, but I do not cook with my MCT oil. This is a medium chain triglyceride, usually this one is from coconuts. Okay, you can see on the front, it's from coconuts, but this is really great to have, okay? And I like to use this in things, not cook with it. Wonderful, wonderful fat to have, okay? These medium chain triglycerides are wonderful, okay? I'm gonna jump on next to coconut oil, okay? So this is a saturated fat. As you see, it is solidified in the jar, okay? So this is a plant-based saturated fat, but really great for also a higher heat sauteing, great for baking. You just have to put it in a little jar and then, warm it on the stove. So it is cold pressed. You always want to make sure that when you're buying coconut oil, it is unrefined, okay? It will say it right on there, okay? We don't want to get the refined. We want to do unrefined, okay? Of course, organic. I got this from Aldi, wonderful price. So I like to buy some of my things at Aldi, and it's cold pressed, okay? Remember that. Same thing when it comes to olive oil, okay? Lower heat point, okay? So if you're gonna saute with olive oil, you don't wanna do it at a higher heat point. What happens is it will go rancid and it will oxidize, and then you're actually consuming that. So you wanna be very mindful of the heat point of olive oil, but your olive oil should also be first cold pressed. Okay, I love this brand, but normally I do buy an organic brand, but I saw this and I was like, oh, I've had that one before. This one is non-GMO. It is not organic, but it is non-GMO. But notice one thing about the bottle is that the bottle is dark, okay? If you do not have a dark bottle and the sunlight and heat and all that stuff kind of gets at the oil, over time, it will oxidize and become rancid. Okay, so make sure when you're storing any of your oils, you're storing them somewhere where it's cool, but it's also dark, okay? So extra virgin olive oil, of course, you can use that on salads. You can cook, you could saute at a lower heat point with that. Perfect. Let me put this up here. And last but not least, this has become a fan favorite. So this one is avocado oil. And avocado oil has become very popular because it has a really high heat point, a really high smoke point and heat point, okay? So you can cook up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit with avocado oil. Okay, so you can switch that out if you're doing, I'm thinking more of like a stir fry where the pan needs to be really hot. My husband uses this always on the Blackstone grill because that gets nice and hot. So this is a game changer. I love this. And one thing I love so much about Chosen Foods is, I know you're not going to be able to see that probably too clearly, but they have the glyphosate-free residue logo. Okay, this is very important. There is a whole website where you can look up products that are glyphosate-free, and this is one of them. Okay, this brand does a really good job. They go above and beyond for third-party testing to make sure that you're not consuming any residue from glyphosate. Okay, and that's important because glyphosate will disrupt your gut barrier. Okay, it will also disrupt the blood-brain barrier, making it weak, so that heavy metals that naturally that will cross the blood-brain barrier and cause this neurotoxicity, it actually opens it up more and drives those up across the blood-brain barrier. So we really need to be mindful of glyphosate in our food, and this is one of the brands. I buy this at Target. So Alana, I see what stores sell the Chosen brand. Target does. Target actually has a really fantastic selection of oils, but I got this one at Target's down the street, but Sprouts, as well as Leg Up Farmers Market in my area, and also Whole Foods. I don't go to Wegmans often, so I would have to look, but I can imagine they would have the Chosen brand, but I know Whole Foods does too. So this is my last one. So let's count these so that you can minimize what is in your pantry when it comes to healthy fats. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different healthy fats that you will use over and over and over, and they will serve you well because they will serve your body with integrity and not allow there to be a pro-inflammatory state. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. Thanks for coming into my kitchen again this morning. I love doing this. This is so wonderful. I love bringing you guys into the kitchen, showing you hacks, going over little things that make a big difference. So I wish you guys a wonderful Wednesday and have a great holiday season.